it's gonna take everything in me not to call this album Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, which is, I think, a Skrillex album name that I grew up with, so my apologies in advance. I got welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm here, and we're back with David Bowie for our Bowie Wednesday video of the week. We finished the Berlin Trilogy. 1, 2, 3, bam, knocked it out the park. So now we're moving on to the next album that came out after the Berlin Trilogy, which is Scary Monsters and Super Creeps. Came out in 1980. Apparently this was Bowie's attempt to go a little bit more commercial, but I guess it didn't go as planned. It was artistically heralded, but not so much, I guess, commercially. There was a bunch of singles for it. I guess it got a lot more appreciation over time. It seems with a lot of his work. There were some that were, revered at the moment, and then some that got reappraisal, down the line. So it's very interesting to hear them all. And since I do, the full album sides with him, I get a really good taste of, where he's actually trying to go with things, and I really appreciate that. Since his copyright is not as complicated as some other bands, you know what I mean? So, but here we go. This is the first side of Scary Monsters. It's No Game, number 1. Lyrics by Bowie, but translated from Hisashi Miura. Okay, Up the Hill Backwards, Scary Monsters and Super Creeps, which I have seen a live rendition of, but not the studio. Ashes to Ashes, and then Fashion, which I think I have heard one of those two songs, but I can't remember which one, to be honest. I think it was Ashes to Ashes, but so I've heard like one or two, but it was a live one for one of them, so whatever, don't matter. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are not. We do this every Wednesday, like around 11 a.m., 11:30, one of those times, Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out in the chat. We love to have you. All right. Here we go. David Bowie, It's No Game, number 1. 3, 2, 1, go. What even is the lineup for this album? Oh, Dennis Davis and George Murray, Carlos Alomar. Okay. Robert Fripp. Nice.
シルエットや影が革命を見ている。もう天国の自由の階段はない。Silhouettes and shadows. What's the revolution? One more.
Come on.
Documentaries on refugees, couples gangs and target. They throw a rock against the road and it breaks into pieces. Draw the blinds on yesterday and it's all so much scarier. Put a bullet in my brain and it makes all the pain.
This is sick. Imagine Mick Ronson on this.
標的を背にした恋人たち
This is great though, I'm just saying.
西に石を投げれば粉々に砕け昨日に蓋をすれば恐怖は増す
Yeah, exactly.
俺の頭に弾を打ち込めば新聞は書き立てる
Whoa. That's risque.
So is tomorrow. People have their fingers broken to be insulted by this fascists. It's so degrading, and it's so
Wow. Up that hill backwards. Or up the hill. My apologies.
vacuum created by the arrival of freedom and the possibilities it seems to offer. It's got nothing to do with you if one can grasp it. It's got nothing to do with you if one can grasp it. A series of shocks, stickers fall apart, but it's unrolling. Witnesses falling. It's got nothing to do with you if one can grasp it. It's got nothing to do with you if one can grasp it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up the hill backwards, it'll be alright.
Man, Dennis Davis and Byron was killing it, bro.
While we sleep, they go to work. We're legally crippled. It's the death of love. It's got nothing to do with you if one can grasp it. It's got nothing to do with you if one can grasp it. More idols than realities. I'm okay, you're so-so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up the hill backwards, it'll be alright.
I can see this being more commercial, definitely. It's still excellent, though. It's just a little more compared to the last version. That guitar's just screeching. Title track. Let's see how this compares to the live one I heard, which was really good.
She had an aura of broom, she was tired, you can't hide me. When I looked in her eyes, they were blue, but nobody home. Well, she could have been a killer if she didn't walk the way she do. And she do. She opened strange doors that we never closed.
guitar, oh my god. Man, those drums are on point. That must be Fripp.
She asked me to stay and I stole a room.
This is such a groove, bro. I love this.
Gave her a dangerous mind. Now she's stupid in the street and she can't socialize. Well, I love the little girl and I love her till the day she dies. She wails, Jimmy's guitar sound, jealousy scream, waiting at the lights, blowing on me. Scary monsters, super creeps, keep me running, running scared. Scary monsters, super creeps.
What a picture it paints, bro. It's industrial almost. Oh my god.
Scary monsters,
Whoa.
super creeps, keep me running,
Oh.
running scared. Scary monsters,
They were not playing with this song, bro.
super creeps, keep me running, running scared.
That guitar is like otherworldly, bro. Yes. Some new wave in that. Just in that outro. Wow. Yo, Fripp destroyed that. Gotta love him. Seriously, that was an epic song. Ashes to Ashes. Yeah, okay. This is the one I've heard, yeah. I think.
Do you remember Agatha's beer? It's such an ugly song. I've heard a rumor from ground control. Oh no, don't say
Not Major
it's
Tom.
true. They got a message for the action man. I'm happy, hope you're happy too.
sordid details fall away. The shrieking when nothing is killing, just pictures of chap girls and synthesis. And I ain't got no money and I ain't got no hands, but I'm hoping to kick the planet is glowing.
Some of it sounds familiar, and some of it doesn't.
We know Major Tom's a junkie.
Oh, yeah. Now it clicked. Of course, the junkie part would click it.
Time and again I tell myself I'll stay clean tonight, but the little green wheels are following me. Oh no, not again. I'm stuck with a valuable friend. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. One flash of light, but no smoking pistol. I've never done good things.
I love this part.
I've never done bad things. I never did anything out of the blue. Whoa. Want an X to break the ice. Wanna come down right now. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high, hitting an on-time road.
What a great track, dude.
My mama said to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom. My mama said to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom. My mama said to get things done, you better not
Makes sense.
mess with Major Tom. My mama said to get things done, you
Oh, that is perfect. What a great ending, right? I think I did the video for this one. That's what it was. What an excellent track, man. That and Scary Monsters back to back. That's rough. You can't beat that. Fashion.
dance, but I don't know its name. The people from bad homes do again and again. It's big and it's bland, full of tension and fear. They do it over there, but we don't do it here.
Ooh, that is sick.
Fashion, turn to left. Fashion, turn to left. Fashion. We are the Goon Squad and we're coming to town.
Not the Coon Squad. God, these lights are worse, bro. I swear to God. Ugh. Beep beep.
There's a brand new talk, but it's not very clear. The people from good homes are talking this year. Fashion. It's loud and it's tasteless. I've not heard it before.
Oh, that's so cool. That flourish is awesome.
While they're dancing on the dance floor. Fashion. Fashion. Turn to the left. Fashion. Fashion.
It's so unpredictable.
Squad and we're coming to town. Beep, beep.
Beep beep.
Beep, beep.
Those effects are wild. Huh.
Listen to me, don't listen to me. Talk
Guessing that was Fripp, man.
dance with me, don't
Insane.
beep, beep.
What an album side. What a groove, dude. It'll be stuck in my head forever. Dennis Davis, bro, come on. That was a triumph of an album side. There wasn't a weak song on there. All 5 were great. I'd say the only one that I wouldn't put in like a top tier maybe would be the second song. But the other tracks, that's all top form Bowie right there. I mean, good God. Teaming him up with Fripp. And I know that he appeared on Heroes, I think, as well. But it's still, I mean, like, what an idea. Genius. Absolutely genius. Same thing with pairing Bowie with Adrian and Eno. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just insane talent right there. And you still got Dennis Davis, Byron. You got Carlos Alomar, Tony Visconti too, probably. You know what I'm saying? That whole gang of Bowie regulars. Man, you are gonna get yourself a winner. You got it right there, man. That might have been one of my favorite album sides of his, and that's hard to say because we've listened to so many and they've all been so good in their own way. That was hard hitting. It was edgy. There was like hints of almost like art rock, new wave, a little bit of punk at points, and then I don't even know what to call some of that stuff. Like it's with the Frippatronic stuff, it's kind of hard to describe. It's definitely got this almost hard rock sound at points, but I wouldn't say it's because it's more of like it's got a poppy kind of vocals, except for the first track where he's screaming. Basically, that was probably my second favorite track. That was awesome. But his vocals are very catchy, very nice hooks in the choruses and such, especially with that last song. Those are songs meant to be almost like drilled into your brain, and you just like they just get stuck in there. You know what I mean? Even if you try to get them out, they're just gonna be fashion, and I know that's gonna be stuck in my head now. Man, but seriously, him surrounding himself with all this talent, it produced some of the best music I've ever heard. Honestly, I mean, everything's subjective, obviously, when it comes to stuff like this, but I love how experimental, how different, and he's kind of like me. Like, I don't really stay in the same spot for very long when it comes to things. I feel like I'm very nomadic, you know what I mean? I feel like David was very nomadic as well. Like, he knew who he was deep down, but I feel like at the same time he didn't. And he was always searching for the next part of himself, basically. And each album is like a new part, it feels like. This is him coming out of the highs and the lows of the Berlin trilogy, and him coming back on the scene almost. It's 1980, it's a fresh decade, new sounds, new territory sonically to explore and lyrically and stuff. And I think that's pretty cool, man. Like, he was an artist, like, no matter what, like, he turned what he had, he transmuted it into something that we all could enjoy even up to this day, and hopefully for years to come we'll enjoy it. But this is just special. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is really freaking good, especially for my subjective taste. I love that metallic, just screeching from Fripp and Carlos Alomar too. It's enchanting, to be honest. Like, I have to close my eyes for the lights sometimes, but I couldn't help but feel myself just sort of get lost within the boundaries of those songs. And I love that, man. Bowie's so good at just letting your imagination, you always say, like, fill in the gaps. He does that so well. So let's see exactly who we got. All right, so David Bowie on vocals, synthesizers, mellotron, electric piano, synth bass, sound effects, backing vocals, and saxophone. Dennis Davis on the drums, George Murray on bass, Carlos Alomar on lead rhythm guitars. Robert Fripp was on Fashion, It's No Game, Scary Monsters, Up the Hill Backwards. Okay, so he was on 4 of those 5 tracks. So that was him on the first one. Okay, so I credited that to Al. I just guessed that was Carlos, but wow, yeah, Fripp went off on that side, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Roy Batan on piano for Ashes to Ashes and Up That Hill Backwards. Andy Clark on synthesizer for Fashion, Ashes to Ashes. Pete Townsend makes an appearance on the next side too. That's cool. And then Michi Hirota did the backing vocals for the first song as well, which I thought that was an excellent intro track to the album. It kind of almost like kicks your teeth in with the vocals and the guitar. And I don't know what she was saying, but it sounded risque. I don't know what the hell she was saying, but it sounded cool within the, that song. That was really cool. You move on to the second one, which was Up the Hill Backwards. And that's so funny that's the song. That was a single. That's the one that was my least favorite of the 5. If I had to pick one, you know what I'm saying? That it still was a great track. I like the vocals probably the most in that. Bowie's vocals, they're very synthesized. There's a lot of effects, laden in his voice on this, it seems like, but it fits it, because he's got such a talented, range basically, that you can use those effects to make it sound even crazier than his voice already sounds. So I think that's pretty cool. But obviously that run of Scary Monsters to Fashion that's a gauntlet right there. That's like some of his best work. Like, I've already heard Ashes to Ashes, but if you compare that live version with Mick Ronson, I think, and then the Robert Fripp studio track one, that's rough, because the live one's almost completely different tone. And the stage performance is insane. It's kind of hard to beat that, but that studio track was hardcore, dude. I mean, seriously, that was a badass song right there. And then, like I said, all the way up to Fashion, that was a hell of a run right there. This is, like I said, might be one of my favorite album sides, and it's right to my my tastes basically. So I have no doubt that side 2 is going to be great too. I'd say if I had to pick, I would go with Scary Monsters or It's No Game as my favorites of this side, but all 5 were quite strong, to be honest, even for Bowie. I don't understand why this didn't sell well. I mean, it definitely has the more poppy appeal in the vocals at points, but for the most part, it's still hard-hitting like Bowie usually is, unless he's going for, low side 2 sort of thing. It's so crazy. That's the same artist as this. You know what I mean? Like, he's so varied. It's crazy. But I love his music, and hopefully you guys too. Thank you for watching this far. It's been a half an hour. I better shut up. Have a good one. See ya.